and about the mask. Please, even in this audience, if you are wearing a mask and your nose is outside, then you are not wearing a mask, with all due respect and humility. This morning, and please everybody check, because I can see some people with their noses outside. Being a Kenyan is very difficult. This morning, I'm a bit emotional because we lost a young doctor, a young surgeon called Dr. Ali Mahad. I've taken him so many years, at about 32, 33 years, just at the peak of his life. And because he has to treat all of us, he's among the many doctors. I've practiced surgery for the last 42 years. And as the gentleman from Kempinski says, we are in the new normal. And in that new normal, nobody knows how the future is going to be. So for the graduates, it's a very tough challenge that you are being released into a market when nobody actually knows how the normal is going to be. So please let us take COVID very seriously. I still see people hugging and touching, and to make it worse, even doing what they call, what do they call this thing? Stop it. Because you can see it doesn't take more than a minute before you touch your hands. So if you are pretending that you are COVID compliant and you are doing this Kobole thing with each other, then I think you should reconsider it very badly. You can love each other without touching. But having said so, I want to say that on behalf of government, we are very happy to see this is one of His Excellency the President's vision, because it is true that there's a youth bulge all over the world, but more so in Africa and Asia and in the Middle East. We have a youth bulge, and we are expanding educational institutions in this country. It is now mandatory for all the children to go to school as far as the basic education is concerned. We are picking children from their homes, for example, girls who have become pregnant, and persuading them and taking them back to school. So one of the president's legacies is to expand the TVET subsector. And as far as the public sector is concerned, we have about 180 institutions where the government is spending a lot of money and supporting the children with loans to be repaid later, and also giving a capitation of over 30,000 shillings per child. But then the question is, after there, so what? And that is my point. That's why I thought I must come here today. We start from home. Let's forget about the world first. We must unskill our children. And you unskill these children not through certification. Because you will find that somebody comes to your interview, and I'm sure Abbas, you have seen them, General, you have seen them, they have a big folder full of certificates, maybe up to 20 of them. Then you want to find out what the chap can do. And that's why I'm very happy, having seen your fine kitchen and seen what the people you are training are doing. You are actually empowering these people not to go and look for jobs elsewhere, but to create jobs for themselves. And like when I talk about Kenya, I want to ask one question. Why is it so expensive to eat out in Kenya? And the fellows here who are in that sector should think about it. Because the economies of scale should give you more money. Why should I get a pound and a leg to go to Kempinski, just for example, or to any other hotel of that class? Why? And I'm challenging the young people to provide the same product at 10% of the price. I've seen very many good things being made in the kitchen. I don't have to go and eat it at Kempinski or anywhere else. Are we together here? So that you don't come out and say, oh, I graduated from this college and for 5 years I have no job. Will you be a very intelligent person then? Go and create that and be an employer of labor. It's extremely important. And as far as the government is concerned, we are changing the syllabus to CBET. And I must emphasize here that the private sector has many more colleges than government. Don't tell anybody. And the quality is as good as you can see. And then the other thing Kenyans must forget, and I heard Abbas going there, if you have a good diploma and you are a good chef and you know what to do, what the hell do you need a degree for? Tell me, because it looks like in our beloved country, unless you have a chain of degrees, then you are not good enough. So you end up having many people with very many degrees that have no skills to provide the service that our people need. So for you who are going to graduate, I believe you have been well trained and you are now in skills, and some of you can go yonder because the world, as my colleague from the British has said, is now a global village. As you go elsewhere, not everybody can go elsewhere. Kenyans must eat. Do you think you have a role there? Or do you think your role is just to go and work for the big hotels? And I want to challenge you, because we are leaving the nation for you. What is it that our people need on a daily basis? Why can you not use your skills to work with other youths like you to create a service where you produce a cheap meal? Olum has worked, if you are the same one, you have worked with the slums, so I know you know. You know the category economy. And what His Excellency the President wants is that everybody in Kenya should have a meal in his stomach every day, isn't it? So you may find that you form cooperatives to start your own businesses and make sure you give the international brands a run for their money. After all, they are saying we produce the best. So I'm saying, get out of the box. Actually, destroy the box. Destroy the box. Burn it. And then say, from here, where do we go? So maybe 10% of you will go to university and take the academic line. Another 20% of you may go abroad and compete there. But your future is here. Your future is here. If I want the best juice that is very nutritious, why do I have to go to a 5-star hotel? You can create a 2-star hotel through your grouping and force the 5-star hotel to bring their prices down. That's where you must go. Unless you want to commit mass suicide, I don't know how you are going to manage as after we leave. So I want to thank Abbas and Gina Dean, who is our brand, Olum that I know in another life, and all the other board members, that this is the way to go. I am sure you are celebrating that you have doubled the number. I will celebrate only about 50% with you. The more important thing is, what is it that you have impacted on this number? And if you have produced, you know, an eagle is a bird that flies above the others. And I am proud to say I'm one of them. So when people are making noise here, me, I'm up there looking at what is happening. So I'm hoping that you have also produced eagles and eaglets. Do you get the point? Who are going to look at this problem from another pedestal. If they are not all eagles and eaglets, fine, but the majority of them must be in order to survive. You must have now a telescopic view so that the celebration is not tied to the certification you are getting today. Are we together in this thinking? That's what the government wants. And that is the charge that I got from His Excellency the President, to ensure that we just stop certifying people, but ensure that skills are transferred to them, skills that can make them survive, and also help them to create jobs. And this is not only within the hotel sector. In the motor vehicle maintenance industry, where we are training mechanics, in the building and construction industry, we are saying, if you are going to train somebody to be a master builder, first of all, integrity is a must. And that's why I'm happy to see. I hope it was not for me to see alone. Here, I am not sure. I'll give you 70%. This is not good enough for me as a doctor. But in the kitchen, I'll give you 100%. And when you say we stay from each other, it means you stay away. You see, like now. So if I'm like this, even if you have COVID around me, I will not get it. You get the point? So I'm very glad to be here and to say that I think this is actually the way to go. And I want to thank the people who have invested in this process. I also want to say, as a university person and as a professor who has been in university for many years, that it's okay to aim high. But you don't want everybody to aim to the university. So what? Because if you are going to the university and you want to have a PhD in cooking, it means you want to go and teach it. It doesn't make you a better performer. But our mindset has to change, and we are the ones who tell the children, no, this is not the way to go. Be very proud to say, for me, I have specialized, I was trained here, I have a diploma, and I have specialized in this food. In this food, this is the restaurant, and this is what I do. And if you want the best, compare with Kempinski or Hilton, you'll find this is still the best. Because I was visiting one college, and I will end up there. I will end with this story. I was inspecting the TVET institution, just like yours, in Eldoret, National Polytechnic, and I went to the dairy sector, and I'm quite conversant about cows, dairy cows. So I was asking, where are your Holstein Friesian cows? He said, no, we only do Ashires only. That's what we have specialized in. The University of Nairobi comes to buy them from here. More University comes to buy them from here. And so comes to buy them from here. So I'm not asking you to start a shopping list, depending on what you want to do. Specialize on something. So that if I want Gideri, which is a special Gideri, which has a formula for Mabas's then I know, call those people to deliver Gideri in my house. And I should be very proud to eat that Gideri. I saw them cooking ugali the other time. You get the point? I hope you have some lawyer lecturers who will tell them, if somebody wants to eat ugali which is from brown flour, then I hope you have some lawyer, you can be inviting them to impart a special, because the only weakness in your kitchen is modern and it is Western. Is there any thought about the African cuisine there? No, this is something you must take home. Because if I want to eat properly, myself, as a top-grade surgeon, I'm not going to look for spaghetti. You have invited me and I'll say, is there any brown ugali here? If it is not well cooked, how will I judge you? So impact on these people as we teach the international cuisine, also teach our own cuisine. I hope it is also in the literature. If it is there, then I want to withdraw all my negative comment. And I want to thank you very much. We are one government, together with you, together with the public institutions. We must deliver. And I want to tell Abbas that you don't have to do anything to advertise. What you do is going to advertise you. If you are good enough, you will not be able to manage. Like in the university system, we say, okay, you want to do medicine at the University of Nairobi, and you have 8 points, and their cutoff is 12 points. So you can't get there. That's going to happen here if you maintain. Where the constant is not the number. The constant must be quality. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Barikiwa. To the graduates, all the very best. Remember COVID and remember honesty first. Honesty first. So that because when we are eating, I think it's important to just emphasize it. The food depends on how it is packed and presented. You can have very nice food, but if it's not presented properly, the appetite is not there. So I am sure you have been trained to do so. But what you are doing in the back room is what is important. That will make sure that you succeed or fail. And since Abbas is a name within the organization, I hope he has impacted his credibility on you, so that when you cough or when you touch your face, for now, when you touch your face, you go and wash your hands and sanitize. Thank you very much.
Asante sana Waziri. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause, please. Thank you very much.